Hello everyone, Pallytub here. Welcome back to Heroes of the Storm. In today's video, we are playing as Greymane. Arguably the best range assassin in the game, like attack damage assassin in the game right now. Just received some changes about a week ago, so his playstyle is kind of reverting back just a little bit. Right when he was released, the cocktail build reigned supreme. This was the build that's focused on him being in human form and throwing out his Q from a relatively safe range that I believe was nerfed, and then kind of just an auto attack, very fluid, in and out of wolf form kind of play style was dominant for a very long time. He has a ton of burst damage, like a fucked up amount of burst damage if you're playing him in quick match and there's no supports or frontline. And that's kind of been changed a little bit, kind of. They're incentivizing you to actually take marked for the kill now. It's actually an option, whereas before it wasn't. Everyone always went for go for the throat. And what seems to be the norm is right now we're seeing the shift back to the kind of the poke-oriented, I'm going to hit you with cocktail a bunch and then try to kill a motherfucker. So we're going to go for that today. Hopefully I can remember how the build plays out, because it's been a long time since I've played it, and I hope you guys enjoy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we find ourselves on the Dragonshire map yet again today. Whoa! I didn't look at our team when we were loading again. The friendly team! Sonya, Greymane, Medivh, the Lost Vikings, and Murden. The enemy team, Aberther, Thrall, Chin, Tracer, Medivh. Huh. Initially, I think we're at a little bit of a disadvantage, but, you know, we'll see. We're going to go for perfect aim at level 1, increases the Gilnean cocktails range by 30%, and refunds 50 mana if it hits a hero. So the enemy team has a fuck ton of aggression. Wait a minute, why is this not full screen? What are you doing to me, Windows? Windows, what are you doing to me? I fixed it! Yay! Alright, let's start doing some damage to these guys. So the basic premise of this build is when we go in, we hit our W ability, we spike up our damage as high as it will go, and then we hit them with our Q immediately after. And try to just cleave as much damage into the enemy team as possible. We have some phenomenal sustained damage. Sonya should be laning with us. Sonya should not be looking at the horse in the bottom lane. But, you know, I just took 20 seconds and, you know, alt-tabbed and did that. But, you know, whatever. I can't judge. I can't judge. For a very long time, for several months, Greymane has basically been considered the best ranged assassin you can get. Not a mage, you know, Li Ming kind of dominates that. Kel'Thuzad, or, well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Kel'Thas kind of dominates that. By the way, I do want Kel'Thuzad in the game. I want to be able to summon people back from the dead and have them be my legion that I walk forward with. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so sorry. But as far as like auto attack heroes, he kind of phased out Vala. He kind of phased out Jim Raynor. I mean, those characters basically became the characters you pick when you need damage and everything else was already taken. Like, you already have a Greymane on your team. We're going to be killed by this Tracer, I think. No, we good, boys. We good. So he kind of came into the game, shook it up, and became the dominant ranged hero. And I think a big reason for that is just because he has that flip that he switches. You know, I've been in human form most of this video so far, but if I wanted to use my E ability and jump in on this target, I could become a melee assassin just like that, with no hesitation at all. And all of a sudden, my damage is increased by a very significant amount. I do believe they reduced the amount of damage he deals in his wolf form just a little bit. But we could come out of nowhere, erupt into this wolf form, and deal a ton of damage to anyone that was foolish enough to get close to us. And he could just continue to do that throughout the whole course of the entire game. Whereas, you know, Jim Raynor and Vala, they're mostly about sustained damage, keeping pressure on a target and forcing them back, forcing them to reposition. Greymane is all about, oh, so you think you're safe sitting over there? Well, you were mistaken, and I'm gonna go kill you now. And he just became a giant dominant force in this game. And definitely a character that everyone should learn how to play if you're looking to deal damage. Now, the build I'm using was his kind of original build that he came to the game with that a lot of people gravitated towards. And I have not used it in a very long time. We are rooted by Tracer here. We just have to apply damage to her. Look at that. Look at that. Tracer was the aggressor there. Tracer could have killed me if I just stuck around in human form, but we switched over to the wolf and we were able to just completely delete her from the game. And that will only continue to get better as this match continues. Now, our Q ability, it does more damage to the initial target that we hit right now. So just throwing it at Thrall here is really not that great of an idea. We want to throw it at an enemy in front of Thrall and then have that AoE kind of move in and hit him for a lot of damage. Now, the biggest oh, we're dead. The biggest disadvantage of Greymane is the simple fact that he has no self-sustain whatsoever. He is completely reliant on other heroes to keep him healthy on the battlefield. So if you don't have a support, then all of a sudden you have to go back a lot, you have to use your sippy cup more, and if you're caught overextended like I just was, you're going to be punished really, really hard for it. And that's kind of the way that they justified all of this aggression that he can bring to the table. It was, well, if he can hit that hard, he needs to have a drawback, and that drawback is that he can be killed extremely quickly if he is positioned incorrectly. And wouldn't you know, positioning things incorrectly is something that I'm great at. That didn't sound sexual, did it? No, I think we dodged that bullet. I think we're fine. I'm going to go ahead and cap top because there's a lot of contention over middle right now. Looks like we just saved it from Medivh, becoming the dragon. And now we can go back down to our team and help out in a confrontation. I am just going to try to cleave this really quick with our Olaf. Just get it moving in the right direction and we'll be fine. So, never mind. We just lost top again. We have bottom. Let's see if I can come in here and help. No, I think I'm good. We can just pressure this Chet a little bit, though. We can focus him, right? He's in front of me. I should focus him, right? Stop Medivh from turning in. Then we have to back up in just a couple seconds. Poke one more time. And then disengage into human form. I think we played that relatively well. Chet can still kill me. So I need to be careful. The cocktail does miss because of the portal, but I think I played that well. All right. Muradin and Medivh have taken bottom. It looks like they're pushing relatively well. The enemy team is going to hit level 10 before us, which is odd when we have the Vikings, but I imagine tracer pressure on Vikings could be quite difficult to deal with. So I'm just going to go top and get this XP very quickly. Now, the most recent talent that we got for our cocktail removes that initial target damage reduction. So now everything that we hit with our Q will take that full cocktail damage, which means we could be very, very aggressive with it. Oh, I thought it did. Does it not? Hold on. It's a quest talent now. Every time you hit an enemy hero with the explosion damage from Gilnean Cocktail, it increases its explosion damage by 15. I didn't know it was a quest talent now. That's new. Shit. Okay, well, let's go hit some heroes with our cocktail. It said the explosion. Does that mean the thing behind the initial target? Yeah, it was that right there. Okay. I didn't know that. Now I do. Okay. I know they want me to take middle, but I really don't have any hope of stealing this from a Medivh. Really no hope at all. How are we doing on this quest? Oh, we only have 2. That's pretty shit. Yeah, walk behind the minions, though. Come back. I think we're going to go for marked for the kill, boys. I think we're doing that. Rather than instantly deleting someone from the game, I want a reliable way to be able to kill this Chen, which is going to be marked for the kill. All right, let's go. We're going to become the dragon. Oh, Medivh interrupted it down to the bottom lane again. Fuck. This back and forth is getting a little ridiculous. Let's see if we can go help. They seem to be doing pretty well down here. This is a copy from Abathur. The real Medivh is back at the shrine right now. All right, let's sippy cup and then I'll re-engage. Marked for the kill is a straight line skill shot, very long range, and what it does is it provides vulnerability to a target that we hit, which means that we will be able to deal 25% increased damage to the target. Previously, this was only used as like kind of an initiate onto a target, but now, whenever we continue to deal damage to a target like this thrall right here, who got away and I couldn't finish off. But as we continue to do damage to them, the duration of that vulnerability continues to increase, which means a target that doesn't move like Chin could be susceptible to a massive increase of damage from our entire team. I mean, it's vulnerability. Your whole team gains the benefit of this. And it's just a way for Gul'dan, or for Greymane to provide a little bit more utility for his whole team. I swear I know which character I'm playing, and I swear I know that Kel'Thuzad is not added to the game yet. I just want to be very clear about this. I'm over here thinking about Legion so much. It's coming out in like, as of the time of this recording, Legion is coming out in 6 hours or something like that. And I'm just over here, like, thinking about my Death Knight and what I could do for that. And I'm sorry that it's seeping over into this video. My bad, team. But the enemy team did manage to grab the Dragon Knight. And a cool thing about Marked for the Kill is we can actually provide vulnerability to a Dragon Knight as well. So we can go ahead and hit this guy here. That mark above his head means that he's taking that increased damage. And unfortunately, we were caught in a VP from the enemy Medivh. Let's go for... I don't know what I want to go for, team. Thank you for saving me. I was in a bad spot. Never mind, you killed me. Never mind, you did it. Let's go for increased movement speed on our W. I don't know why Sonya is still clearing mid. Maybe we should talk to her. Maybe we should make sure our head's in the game. But we could sippy cup and try to re-engage here just a little bit. The cocktail going out for that quest objective. We can make Chen vulnerable in just a second if we need to. Good leap. He's dead, right? Yeah, he's dead. That might be enough to finish off. Oh, team, I made a mistake! Oh, that fucking portal. Holy shit. That was totally on purpose. I mean, I'm a professional Heroes of the Storm player. Don't you know that? My goodness, how dare you doubt me? All right, let's make our way to the middle lane. Currently, no one soaking that, no one pushing that in any capacity. Actually, I'm going to go for this camp instead. We're not the best at soloing camps, again, because we don't have that massive amount of sustain, but we can pressure it down pretty quickly, especially in Worgen form for that increased auto attack damage. Also, our Q ability has a very short cooldown in Worgen form, so that helps with our overall DPS output. And now that we are level 16, and I think I'm actually going to get the increase base attack speed after a few seconds of activation on our W, because I want to be able to continue to follow these targets around. That's why we got the move speed, and I want to continue to attack targets that I have marked for the kill on, like this thrall. So he should basically have no health ever. And look how fast we were able to eliminate him without going for go for the throat, which is a new kind of concept towards Greymane. He hasn't really been able to do that before. If you wanted to kill a target quickly, you went for go for the throat, and there were no exceptions. So it's good that he has a little bit more variety in what his playstyle can be. Sonya for the friendly team is up in the top, taking over a mercenary camp, and I think we're just disengaging here, team. I think we are just disengaging. I mean, if Medivh wants to come up, we can hit him with stuff, but our Medivh should still be fine. We can go for the throat, or mark for the kill, this Chen. Now, unfortunately, we were hit with the leyline seal, but we can continue to keep that active, so he's just going to be deleted. Medivh for the enemy team goes down. This is an Abathur copy. We should be able to take that down as well. Fuck it. Never mind. If he wants to die like that, we can kill him. We could certainly kill him. And just like that, the friendly team takes over the Dragon Knight. How are we doing on our stacks for this? We're at 9. Not great. I could be using this cocktail a lot better, for sure. Tracer caught me out of position. I think we're dead still. Close. Really fucking close. but still dead. Again, I was by myself, out of position, low on health, had no healer. Great pickup from Medivh there. But those are situations that Tracer thrives in, and situations that Greymane kind of just gets killed in, unfortunately. My own fault for being there. Now, he definitely thrives in a situation where, you know, you have a healer, you have a tank. We do have a tank, and we do have Medivh, so we kind of have a support, so I'm definitely appreciating that right now. The dragon doesn't seem to have done much to the enemy team. I think we took down the fort here in the middle lane, and we're starting to pressure the tier 2 wall, which is good. It's good. I'm going to be back up in 8 seconds. I can make my way over there or make my way up top. We just need to make sure that we fall back from here. Now, normally when you have a Medivh on your team, you can stay in and you can pressure things for a really long time. But when the enemy team has a Medivh, it kind of takes that advantage away from you. You kind of have to leave very quickly. Just because they can chase just as hard as you can disengage. The enemy team did manage to get the top fort, so we're still tied with them on buildings. I'm a little overextended here, traversing up to the top lane, but I think we'll be fine. I just want to make sure we can add a lot of pressure in here. I'm going to go ahead and activate my W ability and then just try to keep this up. Now that it's been up for a few seconds, we do have that massive attack speed increase. And now that I let it fall down for no reason, we lose that massive attack speed increase. Here we go, cocktail out there just to get those charges. Once Chen is done moving around, we are caught in the ley line seal. Let's go ahead. I don't know which ultimate I want, which is a bit of a problem. I was hoping for some shields from Medivh, but Medivh was taken down, and unfortunately we have to disengage because Tracer hit us so hard. Marked for the kill vulnerability is refreshed by all damage. This means that the vulnerability will never fade off of a target as long as someone is hitting it. But I think what I'm going to do is actually go for basic attacks splash while I'm in human form, which should allow me to sit back and still do a considerable amount of damage to the enemy team from relative safely because, again, we are... you know, basically set up for the cocktail build all of the time. We were able to take down Chen there. Very nice pickup, if I do say so myself, versus 2 members of the enemy team. And Muradin regenerating that health now is continuing this chase. I got up on my mount a little bit. Nice haymaker into me. Oh, I was going to hop over the wall there, but it was actually interrupted by a really good root from that Thrall. Very nicely done. I was actually waiting for him just around that corner so I could hop on top of him. Muradin continuing to chase the second haymaker coming out. Let's jump on this Medivh and try to deal some damage. He is going to... Oh, no! He is going to get away just by the skin of his teeth. Now, we do need to realize that we are technically outnumbered here, and Tracer coming in to reinforce is just making that issue a little bit worse. The enemy team did manage to take over the top shrine and the bottom shrine. Medivh currently retaking it for the friendly team. Tracer doesn't know what's going on. She's going to be hit by me. She probably has the heal. No, she doesn't. She is going to be taken down by that Muradin hopping after her. Now, we do have the numbers advantage here, and we could definitely repressure top, but we do have a little bit of aggression going on in the middle. I'm going to grab this regen globe just for a little bit of health, and then try to rejoin our Muradin. Muradin and I seem like we're killing buddies. You know what I'm saying? Seems like we should stick together. Both Medivhs just kind of flying around in the air, scouting things out. I think I'm going to head up top. Let's try to just cleave this down. We'll just use our auto attack and break down that minion wave, no problem. Get the regen globe. Go take the point. Actually, I'm going to circle back down to the middle lane because it looks like there's a confrontation that is about to happen. Medivh for the friendly team is taking that over, though. Thrall forced to use his flash to disengage out of here. Oh, that's done. Just missing by an inch. He doesn't have rewind. He has the double haymaker, so he couldn't have really done anything there. Let's move down here. Let's move down here. Muradin doing a lot of damage this game. If Chen wants to jump on me, I'm okay with that. Remember, we do have that vulnerability. Uh-oh. I walked into that on purpose there because I did not want to be stuck out without my team. So that ley line seal actually saved me there, I think. Okay, we'll keep casually, cautiously throwing out these cocktails. We're doing cleave damage to the Tracer here and to the Medivh just by being in that position. We have a cocktail going out. Is going to deal a lot of damage to that Medivh. Here we go. Vulnerability on Chen. We're going to rip right through his health reserves. There's no way he's getting out of this. Mark my words, damn it. There's no way he's getting out of this. And now we do control the middle. We take over the Dragon Knight. I think we have the timer. No! Abathur for the enemy team is going to take top lane. That stealthy little slug. Let's wait in here. Let's get all of our health back. Medivh on the way to take that. I'll make my way over to the middle and reinforce my team there just a little bit. All right. Let's just go cleave middle. Let's just start auto-attacking. We don't have to do anything fancy. We don't have to use the cocktails. We can save those for the friendly team. We can just come in here, we can cleave this down, and then when there's just a few enemies left, hop into that Worgen form and start to deal a lot of damage. Now, if you are overextended, if you are pushing something down, you are definitely safer doing that in Worgen form, because your E ability turns it to disengage, which allows you to actually cover a lot of ground with your E ability and get out of a bit of a sticky situation. Like this one, for instance, where we were a little overextended, and those two tracers definitely could have moved in and done a lot of damage to us. So remember, if you are pushing up like that, it's better to be in Worgen form. Now, the core technically is killable right now, but not with our Sonya dead, so I'm going to rotate up top, help the Vikings clear that down, and then we can move back to our team here. I'm going to go ahead and waste my ultimate on this Chen, who is now completely disengaged away from me. Yeah, and it just faded, so we're in a bit of a bad spot here. Let's start hitting it just with the Vikings here, I suppose, and after he... No, we can actually kill this, can't we? Wow! Leyline Seal once again catching our whole team again. The enemy team still disengaging. We just lost our Muradin, however, so a bit of a precarious situation still. I'm just going to mount back up and kind of hope for the best here. We might actually be able to get a kill on Tracer. No, just a little too short with that cocktail hitting the wall there. Thrall rotating in now. I'm definitely going to need some assistance from our Medivh, who just got into bird form and is choosing not to shield me at all. But we are able to kite around the Vikings and take that guy down. Definitely would have preferred a shield there. Would have made me feel a little bit better. But all things considered, we are ahead now, even though we're just kind of inching ahead of the enemy team. We're not really getting leaps and bounds in any direction, but we are starting to get a slight lead on these guys. Now, Abathur, of course, if we leave him alone for too long, he can just go in here and start to siege all of these buildings down and really become quite a big problem for us. But as of right now, we're doing okay. Let's move in here and we'll take over this mercenary camp yet again. Again, just using that W attack speed buff to clear these out a little bit faster. I just love how dynamic Greymane is. You can choose to build him for cocktails. You could choose like pure cocktails. I kind of went hybrid. You can choose to build him for wolf damage, where you just do you're like a nuke going off when you dive in versus the enemy team. He does have a decent amount of build variety, and even after these recent changes, according to HoTs logs, he still has a decent amount of build variety. There's builds that are having some great success that are similar to mine here, and there's builds that are more focused on wolf form, going in, dealing a lot of damage, that have some success there. It's really about your team makeup and kind of building around that, rather than building for what may or may not do the most damage at any given time. It seems like he's in a pretty good spot right now, which I'm pretty happy about. Now, we are taking over the bottom shrine. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a team fight here, team. Oh, no. Oh, that Sunder almost completely screwed me. We're once again caught in the Leyline Seal. I'm really hoping I can jump to this Tracer here momentarily, and I can. Okay, good. That's very, very good. Now, we are going to hit Chen with this. Hit him with a cocktail soon after, and I hope we continue to add some aggression here, but it looks like we are starting to split off a little bit. Medivh for the enemy team, re-engaging there. Let's throw in a cocktail. I don't believe any of that damage actually connected, which is a bit unfortunate, but we are able to jump in on that Thrall, who's going to use Bolt of the Storm to get out. Can we kill Tracer? Can we kill Tracer? I don't think so. We're going to disengage, throw a cocktail. The cocktail once again just missing Tracer by a couple of pixels. But I guess she had more health than I was expecting anyway. And just like that, our team looks like they've been wiped. Only one Viking remains in Medivh, the only full hero left on the battlefield, opting not to teleport away, instead sitting there trying to trade. And the enemy team, now up 5 members, could easily push down any lane they would like to, but it actually looks like they're not going to pressure middle super hard, instead going to wait for the Dragon Knight, which we have the advantage of killing because of our heroic ability. So the fact that they're delaying is really, really good. Don't worry, fam. Don't worry, team. We have my ult to kill the DK. Yeah, they really should have just applied a ton of fucking pressure there while most of our team was down. There was really no reason to wait for that Dragon Knight. They could have pushed in, done a ton of damage, and then gone back to get the Dragon Knight after to keep dealing damage. The double Haymaker has been used, pushing the Dragon Knight deeper into the base, isolating it away from its team. And now we can come in with our heroic ability and start to deal a ton of damage to this thing. We're going to stay safe. We're just going to auto-attack. We're going to let our character move into the Dragon Knight. We're not even doing anything fancy here. We are just simply auto-attacking. Not even attack moving, just auto-attacking. And we're going to pressure this thing down. Completely wasted Dragon Knight. Only got a couple of towers. Now, we do have the enemy team's Medivh down, so we do have a pushing advantage here. I would say that we should... are we going straight for the core? Kind of looks like we're grouping up to go for the core. I think we should get some camps. Let's get camps. Get camps. Push bot. I think that's the safest call right now. Tracer is poking at the friendly team over there, so we're going to try to kill this very quickly and then head over. Sonya's already on her way, so I'm feeling pretty okay about that. Of course, as I say that, our Medivh dies. All right, on my way now. Let's mount up, try to get over there as fast as we can. Once again, we do have our heroic ability for this Chen, who we can deal a ton of damage to. And again, nothing fancy to it. We're just going to auto-attack him. I think we got it. I think we got it. He did pop Ignore Pain. He does have the top hat from Abathur. And once again, our team is taken down. My main mistake this game, if you're looking at my gameplay and you want to kind of learn from it, we could target anyone that is marked. If you want to learn from my mistakes, the biggest... I don't know. The biggest thing that I'm messing up on, I was trying to think of a sophisticated way to say that, but I'm just letting the Inner Beast fall off a lot. I'm letting it fall off a lot. And we could be upping our damage potential quite a bit if I was just able to hit W and stick to a target a lot more. For instance, in that last altercation, if I had the full buff ready to go, if I was there and I was ready to deal damage to Chen with everything in my arsenal, there's no way he wouldn't have been completely melted. But the issue was that I let Inner Beast fall off very, very, very early, and I walked into that fight actually hitting really, really slow. Let's try to get it here to help out our Muradin. Jumping in on Greymane. He has a teleport, and he is going to get away. But we were able to kill Thrall, right? Yeah, we were able to kill Thrall. So one of their main damage dealers is taken out of the fight. We do have our marked for the kill ready to go to focus down this Dragon Knight as it pushes forward. We just need to make sure that we are in a position where we know we can deal a lot of damage to it. So if he does kick us away, that is a bit of a problem. Looks as though we're focusing Chen now. He has to use the barrel to disengage. And notice that while I do have my W up, I'm trying to keep it up. I just missed my fucking ultimate. Oh, that feels bad, man. All right. Still dealing damage, still keeping this up. I imagine we're going to be punted away. Actually, no, he chose to punt the Muradin. So we are on a 28 combo right here, boys. Medivh, you want to shield me? Shield me at all? No. Okay. We've pushed the Dragon Knight away. As you can see, they're not doing any pushing right now. So while they do have the objective of the map, they're not getting much value out of it. Granted, we're not dealing much damage to it either. Yeah, we could just back up here, actually. We could just completely disengage from this and be totally fine. The Vikings make their way up. Maybe a Medivh portal healer, for instance, would be... Our Medivh seems to be a little unresponsive at times. Let's try to leave, though. We should be fine here. They shouldn't have had vision of us. We have marked for the kill again, so when he comes in to try to deal siege damage, we can immediately pressure him back. And I do think we will be able to hold off this aggression yet again. Tracer in there, we're never going to be able to chase her down, but good. I'm trying to figure out how I could make this better personally. I think we need to be in human form, and we just need to poke at these guys. Thrall is pushing in real hard, though. I hit him with Marked for the kill. I don't think I'll be able to keep the damage up enough to kill him, though. Maybe our level 20 heroic to that would allow anyone to deal damage to continue the debuff. Maybe that would have been smarter to pick up here. I don't really know. Like I said, he just had some recent changes. I'm not sure what the optimal build for Greymane is right this second. Abathur pushing the top lane. So we are, I mean, we're receiving pressure in every direction. But we're doing a good job of contending with it. There's a team fight going on right now, which absolutely should not be happening. But we will go join our team. Because they are committed at this point. We're going to go ahead and hit Chen with the Marked for the kill. And immediately lose our whole team again. Oh, sad days, team. Sad days. You know, you got to pick your battles, and unfortunately, our team seems to be picking a lot of battles that we're outnumbered in. For instance, this Sonya jumping in here. While she can do a lot of damage, she's now completely left the safety of all of her towers in a 4v1. The Vikings coming in with the ship. It's only Belloc though. She'll be able to get a Chen kill. All right, that was nicely done. We did lose our bottom fort in the process, and the Abathur copy of Medivh looks as though it will kill off our Sonya. Yes, it will. Okay. So we have one Viking to our name. We have 2 buildings left, and a mercenary camp pushing in to kill our core. I mean, I've seen worse. Try to stay grouped. We can easily win a team fight and push core. We just need everyone together and on the same page. And Medivh shields. Medivh shields would definitely help. I have Marked for the kill. It is going to go on the Dragon Knight. Muradin is up there for absolutely no reason. Let's back it up. Medivh down in the bottom lane for absolutely no reason. We need to group up here. We need everyone here. Don't fall apart, team. We can make this happen. I know it's a 30-fucking-1-minute game on Dragonshire, and I'm amazed by that just like you are, but we can make this game work. Now, it's very important that I don't use my heroic ability and then get punted away, so I think I'm going to wait for the first punt, see who decides to use it on, and then go in. Never mind, team. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. And, of course, it's on me. Okay. We'll circle back around and try to help our team. The enemy team actually not pushing in super hard against this DK. Or with this DK. We are going to have to disengage just a little bit. We are back in that human form now. Sonya jumping in so far away from the friendly team. Actually just trying to get herself killed by the looks of things. Let's go ahead. We have to refill our health back here. We do have our ultimate again in just a few moments, 5 seconds to be exact. And considering they're diving the core, it might be a pretty good time to use it. Jumping in on Medivh now. He is going to ult away. Here we go. He's marked for the kill. I think it might be a little too late. Oh well. As the enemy team does push our core down. I think if I was going to change anything, versus specifically the Dragon Knight, at level 20, I would have gone for the talent that increases the duration on a heroic ability when anyone deals damage, and I think that would have made it a bit more responsive. But as you can see, even with a cocktail build that's a lot more cautious and a bit more composed and back and conservative, we were still able to do a lot of damage versus this enemy team. Definitely had some teamwork blunders in there, but I'm not going to say that I played a perfect game either. Like I said, my biggest flaw in that game was I was letting our W ability fall off quite a bit. But the build we used for today, Perfect Aim, Drought Overflow, Incendiary Elixir, Marked for the Kill, On the Prowl, Eager Wolf, and again, I like the Hunter's Blunderbuss in like every situation except for defending against that Dragon Knight. Because as you saw, the second I put that vulnerability up on the Dragon Knight, he just kind of kicked me out. And I forgot I was still tiny in the corner, and now I'm bigger and I'm over here. Hello. Anyway, Greymane is excellent. He combos well with other characters that are very, very strong in the meta. For instance, if you go for the throat at level 10, you can immediately kill someone and, I don't know, give Li Ming some resets. That's one of my favorite combos in the game right now. Greymane and Li Ming on the same team. It's so devastating to go against. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We're going to be taking a look at Gul'dan next, which is pretty fitting. And then right after that, we're going to be looking at Illidan as well. I'm going to be recording these two games tonight because I'm trying to stay up for the launch of Legion. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you all next time. Okay. Oh, goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.